Lupopo versus Sundowns, 2 players should have been sent off.
Yeah?
If we bonanga, this is Soccer Zone Kim Monday. Which are those 2 players who have done what we call serious foul play, violent conduct? Zonke mhlanganelana. Ngiyabuya, thingi yovula ibhuku eFIFA ngibuya nayo ngithi pa.
Story, as Andile said, Hugo Bruce announcing an initial squad of about 55 players. There's going to be some brutal cuts here. Up to 23 players. That list must be sent to CAF just 10 days before the Total Energies Africa Cup of Nations in December. A reminder that Bafana Bafana are in the same group as Angola. That game kicks off on the 22nd of December. Then they face Egypt and then they face Zimbabwe in Marrakesh as their final group match. I'm told there could potentially be one more fixture just before they leave against Ghana, but that yet to be confirmed by the South African Football Association as Hugo Bruce prepares to make those brutal cuts ahead of the Africa Cup of Nations. Now, moving on to the next story, it got to do with the Bafana Bafana player as well, making moves. That's TLB, Mbokazi. Just arrived back from the USA just last night and is expected to feature for Orlando Pirates against Chippa United in the Betway Premiership. But the news here is that on the verge, all but done, agreed 51 million rands that Orlando Pirates have agreed a deal with Chicago Fire in the MLS for TLB to make that move in January, shortly after the AFCON. I want to hear now from Walter Steenbok, just his thoughts on that potential move, imminent move really. It's done and dusted. Orlando Pirates have accepted that 51 million rand offer.
Look, he's going into the MLS, Mazola, and we don't have to forget there was Teenage Radebe when we were Chiefs. We also allowed him to go to the MLS, and then later he went into a Turkish league. I think in terms of the player pathway and his own development, the MLS allows him a further opportunity for him to be able to develop, you know, with better intensity and better competition, and also good training environment. Then later in the years, he can then move again maybe to Spanish La Liga and also into the Premier League. So good move for the player, but again, in moves like this, a lot of things that are really, really important. The player must be happy, the club must be happy, also the agent must be happy. So let's just wish him all the best.
Well, I just wonder about what this means for Bafana Bafana, because you've got a coach, Hugo, who said Blom, Makanya as well, who's doing well there. I mean, he just won the conference and he's going into the playoffs. Hlongwane, even when Keisha Smailula was there, our national team coach obviously does not rate that league. What does this then mean for Mbokazi, who's going to play in that league?
For me, is the mindset. You know, the coach is also from Belgium. I mean, the MLS could be at the same level as Belgium, you know, so it's critical that we look at the leagues a little bit different. You know, it's a player's pathway. You know, from there you move into bigger things. And again, which other clubs in Europe have put up an offer on the table? You know, so lots of things are always involved when the player has to move.
Yeah, we'll see. Coach Hugo Bruce will be live on the SABC in the coming weeks to announce that 23-man squad headed to the AFCON. Let's now turn our attention to second chances. TS Galaxy welcoming the older brother of Sekeletu Mahlambi. That's Pagamani Mahlambi. We know him. He played for Al Ahly. He played for Mamelodi Sundowns. Played for Bidvest Wits as well. But his career took a different path, and for the last 2 seasons, he's not been in action. Now, the conditions, Dr. Kumalo, here is that if he is fit, if he proves that he's fit enough, he will sign a new contract with the Rockets. Your thoughts on potentially reviving that career? Still only 28 years old.
He can sign with Galaxy.
If he improves and shows that he's still got what it takes.
Well, I guess I just want to be positive, because if we dwell on the past negative stuff that happened to him, we're not building the boy. So I just want to wish him all the best of luck, and I hope that he has learned from his mistakes.
Well, learned from his mistakes, and 28 years old only at the moment, and the expectation there is that TS Galaxy willing to give him an opportunity. Let's finish off with a conversation we had with Aubrey Modiba, talking about a possible reunion with his former coach Rulane Mokoena at MC Alger this coming weekend.
We had a very good relationship with our coach, and it's going to be a nice feeling to play against him because it never happened before, and everyone is looking forward to the game. Even as guys were speaking about it, it's going to be nice seeing him in a different gear. But I think right now we're professionals. We have to do what we have to do, make sure we win the game. We know how he plays. It's going to be a tough game for us. In Algeria, it's never easy. In North Africa, but now we've got a team that is going to put up a fight, irrespective of who's the coach and that. But it's going to be nice feeling to see him again.
And with that, then, we've got it all at the SABC Total Energies CAF Champions League. Hugo Broos, 1st of December, announcing that Bafana Bafana squad right here on the SABC.
Siwelele FC's 4-match unbeaten streak came to an end this past weekend as they suffered a 2-0 defeat at the hands of AmaZulu at the Moses Mabhida Stadium.
The movement on the near side, lovely pass, here's a chance, great chance, and AmaZulu do open the scoring after a lovely bit of play, then quickly turning defence into attack. Telabeza involved, but the man that scored the opener this afternoon is Mbokazi. Spanagan and the icon and the two men what she praise.
Well, here we are. It's a Betway Premiership results over the weekend. There were 4 games on Saturday and Sunday. We gave you a game here on SABC Sport. AmaZulu Dana is 2-0 is how that ended. It's Kukune letting that grip go a little bit here. Kukune started so well, but at the moment, Eric Tinkler struggling with getting results. And you'll see that reflected, of course, on the log there. TS Galaxy also getting one over what they're trying to do down at Golden Arrows. They're Chippa United rooted at the bottom. I spoke to Mr. Mpengesi. Of course, congratulations to him and what he's doing at the School of Excellence, but he's got to come back here and fix what's happening with the team. Sundowns leading at the moment, but look at the games in hand that Orlando Pirates have. With those games, they eclipse Mamelodi Sundowns. Even Kaizer Chiefs with 11 games and 22 points get pretty close. But, the referee, Coach Jose Riviera, when he was there, said, hey, where is this ref? I want to see him. I suspect he's not happy with him. Here he is, the principal.
Yeah, welcome to the referee's corner. Let's go to Sundowns and Lupopo. There's a player that we said he was supposed to get a red card. His name is Kashala. Right, you'll see when he did what we call reckless tackle on Mukwena there. That's a yellow card. You see the referee there, Peter Wawero, giving a yellow card to give it to him. Then what does he do now? He pushes Grant Kekan. That's a second yellow card. So he was supposed to get the first yellow for reckless, the second yellow for unsporting behavior, 2 yellows, red card, but Angatolang Utole I won. Hey, Bandela, the TRC. As we went, guess one at the other one. The other one is called Isama. Let's see what he has done to Santos there. He did what we call Matanglia there. Look at that there. That is serious foul play. Brutality, Matanglia. So he was supposed to have been sent off. He got nothing. Let's go to the other one. There's what we call Ati the Makokora. This guy was supposed to have scored 3 goals, but 1, Chopala. Right, let's go and have a look. Why he Chopala? He Chopala because this player is in an offside position. You can see he's in an offside position, but flag did not come out because the assistant referee is wrongly positioned. Look at it there, Poshokata trying to make a tackle. If he had kicked him, it was supposed to be a red card, but incorrect decision by the assistant. The last one, we go to a penalty for Kaizer Chiefs. Hamada there was tripped or holding by Peterson. So let's go and play it there. You will see that Peterson made a holding offense there. So now, a correct decision by the referee to give a penalty against Peterson for holding.
Uh-oh. I was going to take a break. Well, we come back on the other side. The Moomish right now, it could be talked after that. We've got the Moomish, and then, of course, we'll show you all that we're doing this coming weekend.